Hello and welcome to Dimsy's Domain. I'm not going to speak about the trailer regarding every single character. I'm going to pinpoint on one character. If you want to check out the trailer breakdown, trailer review, please go to the other videos. I'm going to speak about a female Broly and how it would be perfectly executed in my opinion. How would it work? Would it work? Can it work? Should it work? So first things first, this isn't Broly the Legendary Super Saiyan, the one character that was the villain of 3 movies, although the second and the third one were not the best. This is not Broly who is going to compete in the Universe Survival Arc. However, we cannot rule Broly coming back or making an appearance or his official debut in Dragon Ball Super because it's Dragon Ball Super, and never say never. Honestly, you can't rule anything out. We saw Future Trunks, essentially a evil Goku, and now hey, we have a version of Broly. So wow, there's gonna be some people who are gonna be like, no, that's not Broly. Look, let's make one thing clear. This is a cheeky way to pay homage to and a clear tribute to a character such as Broly. We can safely say that Broly was the main source of inspiration for this character, and it's a female as well. So what a curveball they threw at us. Toriyama, you cheeky fella. Broly has always been, in this fandom, a very polarizing figure. So having this girl transform to a physique similar to Broly with a very similar visual attributes will therefore create a very polarizing response. And if you look at Twitter, you look at the comment sections of many videos, there are very contrasting opinions, whether it be I love it, I hate it. Let me tell you my opinion. I love it. But you're going to be like, oi, you don't like Broly, you think he's a... Look, I'm not the biggest fan of Broly. I think that he is a wasted opportunity. But why wouldn't I like this? Because of the fact that they could take what potential they had in Broly or the popularity he amassed somehow. Honestly, in the West, Broly is so popular. It's not really explained. I can't really detail why it's so popular except from the fact that he got very big muscles. And this is, to me, my opinion, very big muscles. He's very strong in the movie as how he was represented, and his pupils going all faded and becoming white is so damn cool. So when you see this one little girl who is scrawny in her physique going to this massive bodybuilder like Broly, she has the green hair, the aura that is inspired by Broly. Let's pause. What are we gonna name her? I'm gonna say, I don't know, Lucy or Lukey or Loki or Oli, I don't know. Maybe, look, from One Piece, one of the daughters from Big Mom is called Brule or something like that. Maybe we see it Brule, okay? I'm gonna say it Brule, but I'm not gonna call it Brule because I don't want to confuse you lot. I'm just gonna say the female version of Broly, Lady Broly, Girly Broly, whatever floats your boat. But how do you execute a character resembling a fan favorite? And even if it isn't a fan favorite to all fans, but there is a significant portion of fans who regard him as a very liked character. So yeah, how do you execute this fan favorite Broly who is notable for his striking features and his overt aggression? How on earth are you going to pull it off, especially if you're going to make this character into a little girl? Isn't that going 180 on what everyone likes? Because it's so, alpha male, this guy's muscular, he's very angry, he's strong, muscles, Kakarot. And you make him into a woman, or his representation, his reincarnations per se in Dragon Ball Super into a little girl or a woman, whatever she may be, a girl, a woman, whatever it is. How are you going to execute it? Well, I think that they've done it perfectly so far. You just do not touch the character of Broly. Simply put, you just do not touch the character at all. There are lovers and haters for the character of Broly. And since it's Super, as I said earlier, you can't ever rule him out making his official debut into the series. So what you can do, the next best thing, is utilize the features that have made him famous, that have made him so loved and beloved amongst the fan base. Utilize the striking muscles and the eyes going all white. Utilize and put it onto another character and change out the personality. Well, that's one of the weaknesses of Broly. As people do say and point out, he's very bland character. He's very one-dimensional approach, personality, thinking. Change that up, and by making it into a woman, let me tell you what they do. And this is what a lot of people may overlook. This may be our first Super Saiyan who is a female, and what better way to make the first female Super Saiyan have the features of Broly? You make her a badass, you make her have this dichotomy in her character where she's two different people. It's like Jekyll and Hyde essentially. If you assume, and this is an educated guess, that and very similar to Launch, if you assume that you have this one personality which is very timid and shy, and then the other one which is more aggressive and brutal, like we saw with Broly, a subdued version of Broly versus the angry, you can't hold me back legendary Super Saiyan. And that's another thing. I don't want them to touch on the legendary Super Saiyan lore unless they're going to introduce Broly later down the line. And that is kind of a weird statement to say from someone who really doesn't want Broly to be introduced in general, but if you're going to talk about the legendary Super Saiyan, Broly has to make a debut or make his little entrance later down the line, in my opinion, to make it very cool. And listen, there's no problem with fan service. I'm going to speak about this in my next video, talking about fan service in Dragon Ball Super. The fan service I'm talking about is not the one where you're exposing body parts to cause a reaction. I'm speaking about, let's say, bringing back Jackie Chun for like the old school or Dragon Ball fans. Look, they've done it before with Arale and Dr. Slump. Episode 69, that is good fan service in my opinion. They've done fan service by bringing back Trunks. They've done fan service by introducing a iteration of an evil Goku in the form of Goku Black / Zamasu. So my main point is, utilize the features, use the things that the fans adore and love about the character, and put that into a new vessel, put that into this new character, and then you can actually build up this character. You could make it a very beloved character in that sense, because she emulates what Broly is in terms of the physique and that. She also is a pioneer by potentially being the first female Super Saiyan, and thirdly, she is a completely different character, and this means that she might be an improvement of where Broly lacked, and that is especially during his personality, the way he's exchanged his dialogue. I know there were certain one-liners which were very badass, but at the same time he was a bland, one-dimensional character. So this is an opportunity to rewrite the character or do a version of this character, and everyone is going to love it, by making this the first female Super Saiyan who has the ability to go to this crazy Hulk-like figure, and we don't know of her power. I don't want them to make her the same power level as a god, but if they are going to utilize the whole legendary Super Saiyan, kind of makes sense. It really would make sense at this moment in time if they're not going to take into account the whole Broly movies being canon, because it's not canon. So to us, in the super continuity, the current continuity of the anime and the manga, even if you include the filler such as the Otherworld tournament, introducing a legendary Super Saiyan is the perfect way to maybe write a cheat code to say, hey, this person is kind of really strong, even though they're a Super Saiyan, but they're really, really strong because they're the legendary Super Saiyan. I know it doesn't make sense, but look, it makes sense, it'll work. Make this the first female Super Saiyan who also has a profound effect on all of you lot. And this is how, in my opinion, and I do want to hear your opinions down in the comment section down below, how you can make this Lady Broly, Girly Broly, Female Broly version in Dragon Ball Super work. How would you make it work? Tell me how it would even work. Should it work? Can it work? Or more importantly, how would it fail? What can they do to make it fail? And that's actually probably the most important question. But it's so open to speculation, so we can never have a definitive answer. So anyway guys, like, share, check out my other videos. I know I've been somewhat inactive for a bit for Dragon Ball Super, but I'm waiting for the universe survival arc to kind of begin. Please make sure to subscribe. You may now exit Dimsy's domain. Thank you and goodbye.